Hi guys, Stuart and Alan here for Outdoor Basics, and today is a follow-up to our pocket contents video. We are going to talk about this, which is a Claymore bag from Rugged Designz. As I said, you want to have your first line equipment, which is what's in my pockets or on my belt, and then I was talking about my second line equipment. Well, for me, this is what I'm using as my second line equipment. This bag that I'm using is from Rugged Designz, and I'm going to talk a wee bit more about the bag as we go. So within the bag itself, you can see there's two main pouches here. A large main body pouch with another small internal zippered pouch. And a Velcro pouch there. It's made from, I believe, 500D Cordura. So let's talk about the bag, and I'm going to talk about it as it's on me, and I'm going to talk down. I will wear it on kind of my left side off to the rear here. That doesn't affect my knife, or if I'm walking I'll probably just have it here and rest my hand on it, so I won't really know I've got it. So yeah, first feature I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to use this, and we'll sit down and we'll talk over it, is this kind of shoulder strap. Good thick wide shoulder strap, really comfortable, easily adjustable here. But what's really good about it, you'll notice that it is this large clip here. What's really good about this large clip is, let's say I'm walking along and I cream in, I go down, and if I've hurt myself, the last thing I want is this all wrapped round me and it's trying to get it over my head's a bit of a nightmare, especially if I've hurt my shoulder. If I was unable to lift my arm up to get it off, being able to just unclip it to take it off is much easier. Also the situation, the positioning of it, if I turn it to my front here, I've got full access to the two pouches at the front and the main body. I can get access to this really easy, and as you've seen, I can get access to the back pouch really easily. So the design and functionality of a Claymore bag or a man satchel, whatever you want to call it, is actually really practical. So we discussed first line equipment or pocket contents for what I'm doing. Now let's talk about second line equipment, which is in this wee day sack here. Okay guys, so we'll just sit down here, get settled, and then we're off. So as we said last week, we talked about, I've got a bit of dirt on this now and I'm absolutely heartbroken. As we talked about last week, we talked about our pocket contents. As I said in that video, pocket contents can differ for the situation and the location and your generally what you want to do outdoors, but there's a baseline of equipment that I carry. Okay, so that's my first line equipment. My second line equipment is the equipment that I use most likely within my, most often rather, within my pack. It's the kit that I find myself always going back to. And it's also some of its safety related kit. So if I want to come away from camp and go for a bit of a wander, I've got certain equipment with me that I know that I can look after myself that wee bit better. So first line equipment would be what is in my pockets, second line equipment is what's in the bag. So as I said, the carry strap is fantastic. If you do fall over, cream in, hurt yourself, you can get that off really easily. Looking at the front of the pack, it's got this lovely wee bit of Velcro here. There's a wee thing on it there doing my head in. It's got this wee bit of Velcro so we can bang on a morale patch or whatever, which is cool. Two really good buckles on the front to hold the top flap down. Nice wee kind of pull tabs on the end there, nice wee feature. So let's open up and have a look at what I've got in it and the wee pack itself. So it's got this top flap here, bright orange top flap, which is good, for example, if I'm wanting to organise something. If I drop that down there and I'm organising something on it, that if the kind of bright orange makes it easier to see what I'm dealing with, if there's anything fiddly or whatever. So that's a really cool feature. It could also be used, do you know what I mean, as a kind of marker panel if I had to, you know, nice and simple bright orange marker panel. Okay, so it's got these two. Again, this is my second line equipment, my most used equipment. Two large pouches here at the front, and they're kind of bellowed, is that what you would say? They're kind of bellowed out pouches at the front. First thing that I've got within it is a fire pouch. Nice simple fire pouch. If you can't get a fire with bits in here, you don't go into the wilds, you're in trouble. So I'll put that there. Next, I've took to carry, now I've got this, I've took to carrying my Leatherman Wave in here. So I've got my Leatherman Wave in here now, which is awesome. So I've got, because I could definitely, you know, get and process small wood down with that if I really had to, but I don't know why I wouldn't have my knife on my belt. I've got my wee first aid kit in here, wee basic first aid kit. Actually quite comprehensive, that wee first aid kit. I've talked about first aid kits before, I'm not going to go on about it. Get training and understand. And then I've got a nice kind of simple, this is actually super bright, backup torch in here as well, for if I did need to use the first aid thing, I could have a wee look with the torch as well. So that's these two pockets, and both of those pockets still had space to spare within here. In the main compartment, I've got my possibles pouch. Within my possibles pouch, I've got paracord, knife sharpening, Gorilla tape, mozzie net, bank line, spare lighter, just loads of stuff that you use all the time. So that's kind of what I carry in this. I've not got anything in here yet, and depending on the seasonality and depending on what I'm doing, I'll add bits and bobs. I could add a chorizo shirt in there, I could add a woolly hat in there, I could add a water bottle into it because there's plenty of space. I could add a water bottle and a bit of scran. I could easily add a water bottle, a water bottle and a wee bit of scran, and like my nesting cup set could easily fit in there. And then I've got everything I need because I would dress correctly for a wee day, a wee wander about in the woods. I'll show you inside this, right? See now, what's really good is, especially when I'm wearing this in this fashion, okay? Especially when I'm wearing this here, I can dip that out the way there, unzip that all the way down, and I can open that bad boy right up, so I can have a proper look. It's got a wee drain hole in it there as well, it's a good feature. And on both of the bellowed pockets as well, that's good. Excellent, I like that, nice wee feature that, didn't even notice that until then. When I open this all up again, if I'm carrying anything loose in it, that bright orange panel there, that acts as a, that'll help me see what's loose in here as well. Do you know what I mean? That'll help me see what's loose. So it just adds for the ease of use of the pack. It's also got this cool sort of wee orange pocket. I could put car keys. It's kind of waterproof lined as well. That's a good quality material. That's nice. It's not. You couldn't swim it, but it definitely keep it in a bad downpour. That's nice. Like, that's quite good. You could definitely, in a pinch, yeah, you could. Easy. There you go. And a pinch. Bang that inside out, and there's a decent sized marker panel if you really had to try and draw attention. Every little helps, so doesn't it? But it's mostly for if things are loose inside it. If things are loose inside it, it aids your ability to see in low light without using a torch. It aids your ability to see in low light inside the bag. So yeah, it's from Rugged Designz. I seen them on Instagram, and also if you look in here, a great wee feature, there's like a wee line of molly just there. So you could paracord, if you've got like things get in there, you could paracord, clip it on, add a wee line of molly or whatever. I seen them on Instagram and I gave them a message, and absolutely outstanding. The turnaround on this was rapid, believe it or not. The turnaround was quick. The communication between Rugged Designz and myself was fantastic. And the delivery, like I got it yesterday, which was a Saturday, and I think they sent it out on a Friday morning, which during the pandemic's pretty cool. I'm sure they sent it out on a Friday morning. Look at that, it just looks quite, it's a bit pretty, looks quite pretty. Nice simple wee bit of kit. So yeah, Rugged Designz, fantastic wee bag. So what am I talking about again? I'm talking about the ability to break your kit down into sections. First line kit, second line kit, and then I've got my third line kit and my Bergen, which for me, I've got like a swagman roll, I've got a large pot, loads of scran, my wee emergency pouch, I've got my shelter, I've got my water bottle, I've got my tomahawk, I've got all these things, my big, my buck saw, I've got all these things that I carry all the time that I wouldn't necessarily need all the time, but these are the most likely to be used items that I would take with me, and they complement fantastically what I have in my pocket. So yeah, modularity, guys. So modularity is just a really important thing, and try and plan your kit so that you have layers to it, so that, let's say you did get caught short and you were away for your berging, you did fall and hurt your ankle, you couldn't walk out, well, you've got your mobile phone in your pocket, you could phone somebody up, somebody's going to come and get you while you're waiting, you've got a first aid kit there, you could try and patch yourself up as best you could, you've got a bottle of water, you could get a drink, sort yourself out, rather than just going, I've got a £500 knife, it'll be fine. Think a wee bit more long term, yeah, so modularity allows for safety and ability and depth. Hope that helped, guys. So yeah, Rugged Designz, give them a follow on Instagram. I'm going to be giving a wee chat to them. There's some bits and bobs I'd like them to make. I've got some pouches I'd like them to maybe have a look at making for me, and they were talking about maybe giving a day sack a go. I'd like them to maybe knock a wee day sack to complement this pouch for me. So yeah, also I really like supporting small businesses, especially during a time like this. By supporting a small business, you're keeping somebody's dream alive. Don't always go to the massive companies. They don't do as good a kit, in my opinion, as these smaller bespoke companies. For example, look at the stuff I got done for Andy onto my MOD knife. Look at Outback packs, what they did with my Alice pack. Custom kit, guys, and it isn't as dear as you think, and it will last you a lifetime, and you're supporting a small business. So yeah, don't forget, if you like what we're doing, please like, share, comment, subscribe and all that good sounding stuff. Give Rugged Designz a follow on Instagram. I've been Stuart, he's been Aaron, you've been awesome, and this has been Rugged Designz.